Hey guys, Roger here, and Divoom very kindly sent me the Tivoo-Max Bluetooth speaker. Now, I have been playing around with all of its features, and I've listened to quite a lot of music using this as well. And let me tell you, this thing is awesome. The Tivoo-Max is very similar to some of their other pixel art display speakers, but this one is much bigger, and also the sound quality is a lot better. And I think that has a lot to do with the fact that this has stereo speakers and also a subwoofer built in. So in the box is of course Divoom's flagship pixel art speaker, which is much heavier than I expected it to be. Also included is a USB cable for charging, an audio cable with a 3.5mm jack plug at both ends, an instruction manual, and a selection of Divoom stickers. The Tivoo-Max uses Bluetooth 5.0 and it has a maximum output of 40 watts. It has two 10-watt speakers and a 20-watt active subwoofer, and this has been DSP tuned, which means that Divoom have set up the Tivoo-Max to give you the best sound it possibly can. And without adding any kind of EQ at all, out of the box, it really does sound good. It has a built-in 8,000 mAh battery, which Divoom say will last up to 10 hours. Now I'd say that's more likely to be about 9 hours, but I guess that will vary depending on how you use this. Once you've downloaded the Divoom app for either iOS or Android, you'll need to connect the speaker via Bluetooth. And of course once that's done, you'll be able to control all of the functions of the speaker, and there is so much you can do with this. What's really cool about this app is that it allows you to browse through all of the pixel art and animated images that the Divoom community have created, and you can also create your own and share them with other Divoom users. If you find an image that you like, you can send it to the display very quickly with just a tap, and you can also add images to your own favourites list so that you don't lose them in the future. The display will show notifications if you want it to, and I found this very useful when my phone is on silent, for example. You can also turn individual notifications on and off in the app rather easily, but it doesn't support all notifications, only the ones listed here in the app. I've used the display as a clock quite a lot, but there are a lot of other things you can do with the pixel art display, such as play games. You can use it as a stopwatch, use it to keep track of scores, and it even has a built-in noise meter, which is pretty cool. On the back of the speaker is the power on and off button, a 3.5mm audio input, and a micro SD card slot, and also a micro USB socket for charging, and all of that is protected by a soft silicone cover when you're not using the ports. You can also turn the speaker on and off when the cover is in place, which is another well thought out feature. So as well as using your phone to control the speaker, there are touch sensitive controls on the top, which are very responsive and very handy. Now if you want to use this as an alarm clock next to your bed, perhaps answer a phone call, or if your phone is in your pocket and you want to quickly adjust the volume, well, these controls work well. On the side is one large control wheel, and turning this will cycle through various functions such as the clock and animated pixel art. And just below that wheel is another small button that will allow you to switch between Bluetooth or a wired connection. I've had a few updates since Divoom sent this to me, and they do seem to be adding more and more features to this app, which is nice to see. But this is, after all, a speaker, and therefore the sound quality is ultimately the most important thing to consider. Yes, the pixel art display is interesting, but it needs to sound good too. As I said earlier, out of the box it produces a nice clean sound with just the right amount of bass. It's always very hard to demonstrate sound quality in a video like this. Ideally, you need to listen to a speaker in person to really understand how it sounds, but if you have a pair of headphones, maybe plug them in now and have a listen to this.
The night
So I like the design of the Tivoo-Max. It has a kind of retro feel to it, but I think wherever you decide to put this, it will look and sound good. There aren't many negatives really, but the one thing that's worth mentioning is that the Divoom app can be a bit fussy sometimes. However, by closing the app and launching it again, most of the time, everything runs fine again. This is Divoom's flagship model, which means, of course, it's more expensive than their other smaller pixel art display speakers. But I think you're getting a good quality product, and so that extra cost is worth it. I'm interested to know what you think about this, so please do let me know in the comments below. And if you want to know more about the speaker, I'll leave a link to the Tivoo-Max in the description below. If you liked the video or found it useful, please hit the like button, as that really helps this video and it helps the channel too. Also, please consider subscribing so that you don't miss my next video. I'm Roger with Life of Tech. Thanks for watching, and as always, I'll see you in the next one.